استوديو سكتي ماذا؟ السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته، معكم اخوكم عبدالسلام اللي يمسك مرة ثانية طقطقه على نوار. حبيت اسوي قضية ثانية في مسرح الجرائم هومسايد. لا كلها صراحة القضايا كانت عنيفات مرة بقوة، ما اتوقع ان هذه تصير غير اللي ورا. أنا أحد الشخصية ذا الكابتن رائع.
Keep a hold of your head, counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring.
طيب.
Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out.
اي صح، هذا من الجرائم اللي قبل. الخاتم.
The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face.
طيب.
Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue.
هناك الجريمة الضحية.
Beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
يب. يلا. طبعا حبيت اسلمكم قبل ما ابدا. هذا يرى سلموا اللي يشوفوا الفيديو المشاهدين. هذا رستي ورستي معك اللي يشوفون الفيديو. رستي يحب شيء واحد هو انه يشرب، فهذا الشيء الوحيد المعروف لازم تعرفون عن رستي.
Another body and Deirdre Muller's ring. The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
Exactly. Did you get that book of riddles shoved up your ass?
وترى رهيب.
College tuition for?
بشوش بس يا رستي عندنا جريمة لازم نحلها.
You're behind the wheel.
يلا
Where
سكنت.
exactly are we going?
عند البان شاب. يلا خف رجلك يا رستي.
You've got to admit, this is looking odd.
Anyone could pawn a ring.
But if you take it along with all of the other indicators...
Cole, Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's groundkeeper. He's our guy.
Witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before.
He ran, for God's sakes.
And he always maintained he was set up.
رستي ترى مو كل شيء تقدر لي عذر. في واضح هذه الاحداث اللي صايره الحين كلها مو بصدفه تقول اوه صدفه انه صار كذا، صدفه انه صار كذا. لا، في شيء قاعد يصير. بس رستي لا، ما له خلق، يقول حبي اروح اشرب بس. يلا خلينا نروح نشوف. الحين صوت التفحيط هذا فيه. السلام عليكم.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
$50?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. You feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
أنا عندنا خواتم. طيب ايش فيه؟ واو صغير.
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
خلنا نجي مكان. خذ مكان ثاني راح نشوفه. نشوف الخاتم الثاني. هل في علامة ثانية؟
Does this mark mean anything?
22K.
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
يعني جودة الخاتم ها؟
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
بعد
Give us
عندنا
a
بعد
description
موضوع
of the man
ثاني.
who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build, dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner.
ابدا ما انتبه له زين، فاحنا ما احنا عارفين من القاتل حتى بعد لو شفناه. خلينا نروح الحين لمسرح الجريمة.
Fine. Where are we headed?
يلا يلا رستي لهند. عندنا شيء لازم نسويه.
We have a problem.
We could have the local troopers check out the Tulare County address.
The address is bogus. Purpose having fun with us. The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned these rings.
How do you figure that one?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem that came with the Dahlia letter. If the Dahlia letters are genuine, then the man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed Deirdre Mullen.
And how do we prove that, Phelps? Skipper ain't gonna like this one bit.
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up on his own vanity.
يعني طول الوقت الحين ماسكين ناس غلط بغلط بغلط. نعمل الجريمة الأولى والثانية والثالثة اللي سويته هنا أنا. كان اللي مسكتهم كانوا يعني بريئين.
You boys ready? Follow me.
طيب ننزل. معهم السيارة.
We should keep this development with the ring under our hat until we speak with the captain.
طيب.
We're all on the same team, Rusty.
Chain of command, Phelps. The skipper will decide who needs to know. Got it?
I get it, Rusty. I just don't like it.
طب كان يمدينا نوصل لمسرح الجريمة ماشي ما كان يحتاج السيارات.
Hard, isn't it?
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it
Ouch.
in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that.
Jameson
Guy makes him
ونيلسون
We'll
جينز.
talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them.
اوكي. قبل ما ابدا الكلام خلنا نجمع الادله. الدكتور وش السالفه؟ فكر
What
بالدكتور.
have we got here?
White female, approximately 40 years of age, lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Any idea of the time of death?
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
يب الحين شفنا بالدعايه كان بالليل. رجال المره دي ما في كتابه ها؟ وقال شو اسمه هذا حق
The smell?
Very good.
شو اسمه
There is
اللبستيك
the
هذا مو
usual
موجود زين.
evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
Well, the autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
حلو. فيجنسي. خلينا نشوف اليدين. نو بنفس القاتل اللي شفناه بياخذ 3 جرائم لان اللي سويته هنا أنا كان اصبع الخاتم حق الزواج يكون دائما مفكوك. هذا ما فيه ولا في شيء هنا وجه شكلي هل هو نفس القاتل ولا هذه مجرد جرائم تشبه بعض بقوة؟ لا.
Another missing ring.
يب لا اجل
It
نفسي.
seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
Can you be more exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
وإذا قدرت تجيب هذه انها ساعتين انا منصدم انك شلون جبت صح.
Blood splatter on the carriage.
حلو.
She must have been struck while standing up.
يمكن. أو يمكن أكيد لأن حسب الدعاية. خلنا نبدأ بالبسيطة.
This is
So
a chit
latex.
for personal items, not booze. It's an angle worth investigating.
A large suitcase, nail suitcase, bedroll, pillow, طاش photo frame. غريبة. شفت كبريت. طيب. والله قاعد احرك كذا ما يتحرك. يلا. نيلسون
Maybe someone
بار.
at Mensch's will remember her.
منشز بار كونر 9th and منو. نشوف الشنطة. فيه أدلة زيادة. The Keystone
Go
Film
a lot and see
Company.
what they know about her.
That's gonna be difficult, Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
ها؟ قف رجل يعني جمته هذا. شكل لازم ادور اكلم R&D. واو. Dear you have this letter finds you in a better way than better words. Better words will exchange. عفوا. And taken too much liquor, and we both know what that makes you become. But I'm not writing to harass.
Trying to get her to come home.
To harass and accuse. شكله يعني واحد يحبه ولا شيء. بس احنا شفنا الدعاية كان مع الشنطة. في أدلة ثانية ما أتوقع. يلا خلينا نكلم الحبيب.
Detective Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shutting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman.
Oh.
The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your detail?
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now.
أخيرا لقينا شخصية هبد معنا صريح. الحين مين عندنا الناس؟ people. هذه ميتة. بروح استجوب الجثة أنا. هذا كلمناه. جيمسون أكيد إنه هو هذا اللي قاعد.
Detective Phelps, LAPD homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
وشو؟
Try me, Ferdinand.
I was kissing
يا
her.
مريض أنت. كفو يا رستي.
It's not against the law.
Shut up.
There's no
Take
law
your
against
beating
it.
like a man.
رستي يركض. نبيه عايش حاليا. اصبر خلنا نستجوب وبعدين نطقه.
Classic Carmine.
نفس الروج اللي استخدموه بجاي من قبل.
Is this yours, Ferdinand?
No. I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop!
تكفى يا رستي. اصبر خلنا ابيه انا الحين. خلنا نضربه بعد خلنا استجوبه وبعدين لك الحق انك تطقه. مني كذا مع جثة الله ياخذك. مريض.
It wasn't like she needed it. I took a look.
والله شكله اتوقع انه صادق الصراحة. سمعت وش الصوت؟
Did you take any money?
Wasn't any to take. I found her lipstick and her matchbook over on the mat. Not much else.
Discovered the victim's body.
You found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
شكلي أكذب. خلنا نعطيه بعد كاب.
Why didn't you report the body, Jameson? Do you know how this is going to look to a jury?
A jury? What gives? I could tell that she was dead. I came through here about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
Let me belt him again.
تكفى يا رستي.
You're under arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine...
كفو يا رستي.
Clyde, you get this sack of shit into a cell. I'll deal with him later.
Sure, Rusty.
الله أنا بقلب رستي. يلا خلصت الحين من مسرح الجريمة. بنروح مكان ثاني. بس قبل خلنا ندق على R&D.
Phelps, 1247.
طيب.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor. Closest store to
والله
the
شيء يا
South Bay
أخي.
Avenue rail yard.
الشيء كذا يسوونه بالجثث الثورة. في ناس مريضين نكروفيليا كلها تصير. شوف الناس بهم بلاوي انهم ما يرتاحون الا مع جثة. هذول يبي لهم ذول ضرب. هذول يبي لهم نوع من العذاب الخاص لهم بس. خلينا نشوف حيش الاماكن اللي عندنا. رستي يلا بيك تسوق.
You know the way. You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
نروح للريك ستور. بنروح المحل شراب يا رستي. انت بتستانس هناك. يلا.
Read that those goddamn Chinese want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah. Yeah, right about that.
These people are starving. They can't do that.
Want to sell the food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Really?
كمان الحرب.
Guess that's okay then.
والله يا راستي غير
You
رأيه
can't fight
بسرعة.
without food. You spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately, the Reds will win in China.
Watch your mouth. You know what you're saying?
The people of this country overthrew a king. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving?
صادق. يعجبني راستي، تعلموا هاي راست يجي يرد عليك راستي. الناس هذول جايين كذا يبون يسرقون منا ويذبحون ويخطفونه، بس لا يا راستي هم حبايب. اوكي. بس على طول هذا رد، على طول غير رايه الرجال. رهيب راستي صراحة، من احد اللي كانوا معك باللعبة الرهيبين. الحين بيدخل راستي، الحين يقول LAPD اخذنا كل هذول هنا علشان ادله.
What can I do for you?
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Oh.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us,
Okay.
please?
Sure. Come this way.
يلا وراك حنا يا رابرز. اوبس، تحكم شيء غريب هنا.
You got some fine stock here, Mr. Robbins. Now you let us take them for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
راستي مو بوقتك الصراحة.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
She kept a bed here, but I probably shouldn't have let her. An alcoholic in a liquor store. That was never going to work out, was it?
Yep.
We'll take a look around. She wasn't always such a loner.
أنا بس بيطلع الحين أخلص مثلا
Evelyn was reading Aristotle.
أستاذ
Evelyn wasn't
ميتافيس.
The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
كافري. ما جاي عندنا مشتبه ثاني ها. ابغى اطلع الحين من الاستجواب اشوف راستي طايح هنا طايح بالارض وعنده 50 قزازة قزازة جنبه. ما اعرف من هذول والله، اكيد واحد بين الضحية والثاني ما ادري من هي. وش هذا؟
I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for
Evelyn
quite some
Summers.
time before she was killed.
ما يكتبون على اسم الشركة ولا شيء؟ ما اتوقع هذا راح.
When exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
واو والله ذكية هثرة طلعت. عندنا بولينج ها؟
Rollins Bowling Alley.
بغيت اسحب على هذا، قلت
Evelyn
شكله
did
دليل
something
مو
other
مهم.
than drink in her spare time.
Rawlings. I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
كافو خير راس صار له فايدة الحين شوي. ما في شيء ثاني هنا ها؟ قلب راح استوجب ويليام. ويليام وانا اخوك، عندنا بس كم سؤال نبي نسألك. Contact with the victim. Contact with the victim, relationship with the victim, knowledge of McCaffrey.
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit to pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Ouch. ما اتوقع انه يكذب لانه بس انا اشوف يتحرك كثير، يمكن متوتر بشيء. خلنا بشوف ان عندي دليل اقدر الله. شكله صادق.
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it, but she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
قالت الشراب الولد. كافري.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Not many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
ما ادري احس كانه صادق يعني احسن ما يكتب والله بهذه. نشوف وجهه ثابت.
We got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. To be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
ان شاء الله صعبة والله قصته اخي. هذه يمكن الحين رابعة او ثالث قضية.
By the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
اصبر. شوف عيونك قاعد يتلف. شكله يكذب.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him. From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem.
Okay, يلا مع السلامة.
Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins.
والله
We'll be
شكله
trying to
حبيب
reach the next
Mr. Robbins.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
ايش يبي تمثيل تحس كانه صادق. على يهمك بس يا رامزن. راستي يا ويلك تاخذ قارورة همش. هذه انك الحين متوجع من الداخل وتبي تشرب هنا بس عندنا وظيفة. وما اقدر اخليك تسوق وانت سكران.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
نروح البار.
Fine. Where are we headed?
بنروح البار حنا الحين ولا تشرب هناك بعد. حلو. الحين بنروح للبار. نشوف هناك تلقينا احد نقدر نستجوبه. بس الحين راستي الحين بيعصب عليك. قلت الحين توديني هنا وتقول لي اشرب. لا مستحيل صعبة. السلام عليكم.
Phelps, Galloway, homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mensch. Evelyn Summers? What is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
الحين لقينا شيء راح يصير له فايدة.
I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask her out.
bunch of these guys. ما في إلا واحد بس.
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
McCaffrey!
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know?
I can't say that it was more like I was aware of her.
أكيد حتى صورته مثله. لحظة قال I'm more of aware of her يعني أنا منتبه له. بس ابن الذين يا شوف عط معك كتاب باسمك. Criminal history.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
كين. شوف قاعد ينظر بعيد. عطني الزبدة يا ابن الذين.
You want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
A regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
كفرستي بيك تفزعني. Relationship with the victim.
You say you barely knew Evelyn?
Yes, that is correct.
شلون لحظة قال I barely يعني بالكاد أعرفه. طب شلون أعطيتها كتاب؟ اشرح لي.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You looked down your nose at Evelyn, but you knew her, and you have some idea of what happened.
I hope you're holding aces.
Hey!
I'm telling you again, I barely knew the...
ايه عندي ادله انا الحين اوريك اياه. كل هذول ها الكتاب اسمك اشرح لي اياه.
Why would you lend her your book on metaphysics if you only knew her in passing? It was more than that. A Renaissance man like yourself lending his books to his acolytes.
She hounded me about that goddamn book, and then she lifts it from my apartment and lies to my face that she didn't take it, as if she could even comprehend any of it.
بدي يطلع حقيقته.
I saw her go into a hotel with Tiernan last night. They had booze in a paper bag. He's your man.
Tyrion.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey.
يلا يا راستي. لو راح اشوف شو عندنا الحين باقيين.
You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
بنروح البولينج الي. اوه عندنا
Car 11K, Car 11 King, KGPL.
11 King.
A message from Captain Donnelly, return to Central.
Captain Donnelly.
11 King, enter out. Let's not keep the man waiting, Phelps.
اوه نبي نرجع للستيشن ها؟ وش صار؟ صار دق علينا كابتن دارلني. Strike ye with sword of justice. Listen to me boyo. رهيب الكابتن ذا احبه انا. وينه الكابتن؟
The captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers.
اوه مرة ثانية ها؟ لأن آخر مرة قالوا انهم تحت غلط. لأن آخر مرة قالوا انهم تحت جتهم رسالة من قاتل آخر. أو لا هنا خلينا نشوف تحت الكابتن ايش بيقول. ان شاء الله اخبار طيبة. بس اخر مرة جينا هنا ما كانت اخبار طيبة مرة.
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum.
أكيد
But
يا
the notes,
رستي.
the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick, but she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Hey.
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
Ouch.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And follow up on Evelyn Summers. I want daily reports.
اقتل بالله الحين يعني الحين نزل القاتل طالع يعني احنا قاعدين نمسك ناس ما لهم اي علاقة بهالقضية. يعني بس عندنا اثنين صادفت ان الادلة تكفيهم. قال اجدع واحد بالسجن.
Get an address for McCaffrey who'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
طيب.
He's dull as dishwater, but I'm not with him.
تبين ادق على R&I عفوا.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
يلا اعطونا بيت مكافري. نبي نعرف وين الذين ذا ساكن كريه. وشوف النفس.
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Hello.
Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thanks, ma'am.
نروح الحين. خل نروح الحين لمحكة البولينج آلي.
You're behind the wheel.
روح البولينج آلي.
Fine. Where are we headed?
كمان الموضوع الأساسي ثم بعد نروح لشركة
Let me
مكافري.
pose a question. Depends. What's it got to do with? Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away?
Depends.
On
شلون؟
what?
On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the slammer ever found out.
الله ياخذك يا روستي. سمعت ايش قال؟ اساله قال بسالك يعني سؤال عن يعني عن نياتك وكذا. قال هو بيزعجك انك اذا جدعت الرجال غلط بالسجن؟ قال يعتمد على ايش؟ قال والله بيعتمد على حسب اذا في احد بيدري. لك وسخ يا روستي. يعني ما يعني مهم اجدع اي واحد بس سكر القضية وامش. انك بالذين يا روستي. عشان كذا انا احبك. انت تسلب هذه قضية منها، انت تسلب وقاضين.
Hello, Rusty. You on your usual lane?
I'm Detective Phelps. Homicide.
حتى رستي ما قال شيء.
What's your shoe size?
ما جينا
We're
نلعب.
conducting an investigation, ma'am. Do you know the name Evelyn Summers?
Sounds like I should. Oh, maybe it could be Jimmy's friend.
Jimmy?
James Tiernan. He's a
Jimmy
pin
who?
setter. One day he introduced me to a lady after work.
Oh.
Stuck in my mind because she was much older, too
Oh.
old for him.
Where can we find Jimmy, Florence?
He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back.
Thanks, ma'am. Let's go get him.
لو تذكر هي قالت انها بتاخذ مشروب عشان a young boy. a young fella الظاهر شيء زي قالت. هذا صغير وهذه الحين تقول انه الحين شافته مع واحد. قال هنا in the back. وينه؟
Waitress, could I get another spoon?
لحظة شوي. لا اصبر ضيعتنا. Log, let's get him, thanks ma'am. Towards the back.
That's the guy from the papers. Solved that big case.
Towards the back. وين؟
See him?
قالت ورا هي.
2 club sandwiches. Thank you, waitress.
شكله بيطلع يعني.
I'm going to memorize it.
لحظة شوي. دقيقة. طيب. هو هنا بس وين؟ هناك شوف الباب صح.
Tiernan!
يا ويلك تركض.
LAPD!
ما حول ولا قوة الا بالله. ما يفهمون ارض خليك.
There!
صار اخذ السيارة.
What are you waiting for? Get after it!
طيب اصبر
We might
علي.
go faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight. These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
I'll try to shoot out his
يا اخي
tires.
حمير.
Wish me luck.
يا اخي حمير يا اخي لا تركض اصبر. ترى والله ان ركضت انت تحط لك موقف شين. تحطك انت موقف شين.
You gotta get me closer.
طيب اصبر. شوف قاعد احاول انا.
Another runner. Well, at least we've got a suspect.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always seem to lamb it.
You know, your theories
والله
are
انه
not
صادق.
by any means.
صدق ليش يركضون؟ اصبر.
Hit it. Clean this asshole off the road.
If this isn't the killer, we can at least get him for reckless endangerment.
That's unless he runs into a wall and saves us all the trouble.
اوش. اصلي عاد مو بلازم تصير كذا. تعال يا ابن الذين. خلاص.
That is the end of that. It's about fucking time.
والله انك صادق يا
Hands behind
رستي.
your head.
ترى تجيب مالك خلق. امشي. الحين بنروح لمشقة مكافري نشوف وش بها، هل بها أدلة تفيدنا ولا لا. اوبس صح بخلي رستي هو اللي يسوق.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
And where exactly are we going?
لمشقة مكافري. يلا صح اخذنا سيارة جديدة. لا زال رستي يقهرني في سؤاله يوم قال له تبي تجدع، اذا تسمح تجدع نفسك تجدع اي واحد بالسجن. يعتمد على ايش؟ والله يعتمد على حسب اذا كانوا بيكشفوني او لا. والله انك وسخ، تحس لك اشياء من المجرمين نفسهم. راح يشوف شقة اللي شايف نفسه. ودي اروح بس اجدع بالسجن اقول مكافري انت ممسوك بتهمة انك واحد شايف نفسه. لحظة هي بشوفها البي او باكس هنا. هنا يعني الشقة تاعت مكافري. ما ادري بس اتوقع انه دائما راح يصير هو عايش من فوق، يعني تعرف انه انا منكم انا. ايه هذا انا الشرطي ذاك اللي حل القضية الصعبة. لا عندي روف اكسس انا بحنا. دقيقة علمني دفتر وين شقة مكافري كم. لا نرجع كافي's apartment address، بس علمني وينه. لا تقولي عايش بالسطح، ترى والله صدق بنجن الحين كان فعلا عايش بالسطح. اذا مدور بيبان كذا عليه الذهبي اقدر اعرف راح ادخلهم. مثل هذا. ما في احد خلاص ادخل. هاي شقته سبحان الله، شقة زبالة مثله. فوت.
Doesn't tell me anything.
شراب. ما ادري راستي عطوا تحمس وشاف دخلت في تك تك. وش معك انت هناك؟ الشقة شبه فاضية. لحظة. The last bastion.
Irrelevant.
مو معنا.
I'm sure this means much.
بعد ما ادري ليه بس احس ان هذه الاشياء اللي هنا مهمة. مجرد احساس. لا ما في شيء مهم. ما في شيء.
He said he was at home. He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Is that you, Grosvenor?
لا.
Who are you guys?
LAPD.
What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look, lady, we need to find him, and in a hurry. Are you gonna give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof. He spends his mornings up there when he's been drinking.
How do we get up there?
Down the hall and up the stairs.
Drunk and in command of a carrier pigeon. Surely we can write him up for that. A citation at least.
ايش قميصه هذا مش لوحيناه. الورقة هذه ايش تقول؟ هذه نص الرسالة اللي لقيناه. Standing your mother.
The letter we found beside the body. At the very least, I'd say it ties McCaffrey to the scene.
صدق لان احنا لقينا نصه بالشنطة ثم لقينا النص الثاني هنا. فش جاب النص الثاني هنا عند مكافري؟ القصة بدأت مو بهي. صح هنا فوق. مكافري وضعك بدأ يصير شين. ترى قلت هذه مرتين. وبلا ادري ان انا حليت القضية ما براسي. ابيك تمدح لي كل ما شفته. هذا هو مكافري.
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
لا تركض. حول
Running on a
الله.
hangover, McCaffrey? Sit down and we'll talk.
مكافري ترى والله وضعك شين لو تركض. وضعك شين بما هو الكفاية. لا تزيد طين بلة. مكافري. تعال.
You a runner, McCaffrey? Stay and fight the good fight.
Here he is. See him?
مكافري. ترى والله وضعك شين لا تركض. تعال.
Give it up, LAPD.
وين رستي الحين ذا؟ بسرعة 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 بسرعة. لا تقوله. يلا امسكه اقمز عليه بسرعة. يلا يلا اكس 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 اكس. يس.
McCaffrey, you're under arrest on suspicion of murdering Evelyn Summers.
يعجبني نضرب ببوكس. يلا الحين.
We need to get downtown and wrap this thing up.
يلا.
Unless Tiernan set him up. I don't think that asshole Jameson could have done it, do you?
والله ما أدري.
So what's that Dahlia fuck?
How do you know that McCaffrey didn't do the Dahlia?
We have a list of over 200 suspects.
Okay.
His name was never on it.
If you think the list is exhaustive, Rusty, who am I to argue?
Listen, let's just work the case at hand, shall we? Then we can sit down and put all the puzzle pieces together at a later date.
I'll hold you to that.
الحين راجع بطاري جيمسون. يعني صدق يمكن جيمسون مثلا طب بشقة مكافري ترك الأدلة هناك عشان بس يلزق التهمة عليه. خل نخلص القضية.
You sure you can make it stick with one of these suspects, gentlemen?
Hey.
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson is an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan is a one, Caffrey's a two. I want a confession from one of them.
طيب.
Don't fail me, young fellows.
ولا يهمك. ولا يهمك طال عمرك ما عليك راح احسن سمعة القسم. لا هنا مكافري انا بدي اروح لما تيريان اول. ما ادري انا بسميه تيريان من الحين.
Why did you run, Tiernan?
Tiernan.
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Hello. Relationship with the victim. Victim's book found. Alibi for James Tiernan. Access. Murder weapon. Relationship with the victim.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
لا تكذب. لا تكذب. هل عندي دليل؟ هي دائما تطلع آخر شيء. Liquor purchase. Store owner. Victim found for a boy. البوك هذا حق مكافري. مكافري testified to seeing the victim enter a hotel with Tiernan. صح لقيناك الكذوب.
And I'll have you charged and in front of a grand jury before your feet touch the ground.
How can you possibly prove Evelyn and I were more than friends?
لأن مكافري أخيرا سوى شيء واحد زين بحياته إنه علم عنك.
McCaffrey gave you up, Tiernan. He says he saw you go into your hotel with Evelyn.
I met Evelyn at the public library. We would read for a while and then go for a drink. Last night we went back to my hotel room and had some more to drink. I must have passed out. I woke up and she was gone.
What time was this?
Around midnight, maybe later.
And there's no one who can confirm this?
No, there isn't. I knew you wouldn't believe me.
إيه لأن عذرك صحيح إنه يمكن صدق عذرك بس ضعيف.
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
ايه.
McCaffrey saw her looking at it once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it?
She wanted something of his.
لحظة، أنا ما عندي دليل يثبت، فهذه يمكن تصير truth، بس شوف وجهه ثابت. خلنا بستخدم واحدة intuition بس. صعبة شوي، صدق صعبة. يعني شوف مركز علي، بس إذا قلت له يعني صدق إن هي سرقته، خلنا نجرب داوت مربع.
We either hang this on you or McCaffrey. You better give us something.
Well, McCaffrey's been in trouble with the law before. I mean, he always makes out it was some kind of labor dispute, but, you know, I'm not so sure.
رستي وخر عنه تكفى شوي. Alibi for James Turner.
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
I don't remember, huh?
You're lying, Tiernan. You'd been fighting with her. You fought, and...
I'm not lying! She got up and left! That
was it! عصب 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 عصب. الحين بدأ يطلع. لا هذا ما له داعي. مكافري هذا خلصناه. The store testify. Victim brought whiskey for a boy after an argument. صاحب قال الحين تهاوشنا وهي راحت شكلها تشتري. هذا دليل.
She left, but she came back. She bought you a quart of whiskey to make it up to you. She told the liquor store owner. You're in deep trouble, buddy.
She said she loved me. She wanted to care for me. She would never stop talking about McCaffrey. McCaffrey was a writer, and McCaffrey was a hero. McCaffrey cared for the little guy.
Did you kill her, Tiernan?
Might as well have. Kicked her out. She didn't know where to go.
الحين كنت طول الوقت اتهم مكافري، اقول مكافري ابن الذين، بس الحين هذا جات قصة ثانية. لا.
Do you own a car,
تكفى.
Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
We use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
طيب بس انا ما عندي دليل يثبت له، فاتوقع هذا مربع.
Coroner's report says that Evelyn was killed with a wrench. I think you did it and then planted the evidence at McCaffrey's apartment for us to find.
We went to his apartment.
Oh.
McCaffrey was up on the roof. Evelyn stole the book. McCaffrey went crazy when he found out. He said he would put her out of her misery. He can be very cruel.
Ow.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. Big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
طيب.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear.
خلنا الحين لمكافري. الحين طول الوقت اقول متهم مكافري، اقول مكافري ابن الذين هو اللي مسويه، بس تيرنر هذا والله انا ما ادري عنه. بدأ يعطيني سبب مقنع اني اتهمه.
You ready to answer some questions?
You think I have all the answers?
People who run from the police usually have something to hide.
Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us.
طيب. Alibi for McCaffrey.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
هل عندي دليل يثبت انه هو ما كان بالبيت؟ accusation. torn letter. لحظة، هذه كانت معه الرسالة اللي لقيناها، فمعناته انه هو ما كان بالبيت بالليل. يب، اتهمتك لقيتك.
Lying, McCaffrey. You were out at the rail yard.
And what do you have that proves I was there?
الرسالة اللي تركتها في المكتب حقك.
How about half of Augusta Summers' last correspondence with her daughter? What are you talking about? After you were done beating Evelyn, you searched her and found her mother's letter. That old lady's anguish amused you. I know nothing about a letter or Evelyn's goddamn mother. So what was it doing on your writing desk? I don't know, but if I didn't put it there, somebody else did. Try exercising your powers of deduction on that.
صدق والله صعبة.
We found the lug wrench that Evelyn was battered with in your apartment, and the note from her mother, and your blood-stained clothing. We have you cold, McCaffrey.
You think if I could be bothered to murder Evelyn Summers, I would be stupid enough to leave the evidence in my apartment?
والله هو صادق. تعبير وجهه يعني تثبت انه يكذب، بس ما ادري ليه مربع. دقيقة شوي. remove an answer. دقيقة لحظة حنا هل بشوف عندي أدلة ثانية؟ اوه شطبت أدلة كفو. أنا ما عندي دليل يثبت إنه فعلا ترك الأدلة عنده. testifies to threats of violence. يب صح هذه.
I don't believe you, Grosvenor. The evidence says that you killed her.
You can prove that I wanted to kill Evelyn?
إيه أقدر لأنك أنت هددته.
Tiernan is prepared to testify that you threatened Evelyn's life in his presence.
Self-preservation. That's understandable. Okay, I'll level with you. Tiernan killed Evelyn. He came to me for help. I listened to him, and he explained why he did it.
Tiernan went to you for help. You expect me to buy that?
That's how it went down. I told him he made a terrible mistake, but he would be throwing his life away if he went to the cops. I took his things and told him I would dispose of them.
But you didn't.
Speak to Tiernan. He'll give it up.
ايش السالفة الحين؟ ما ادري من القاتل. حرفيا والله ما ادري.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
ايش بيقولوا لي؟
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
ايش بيعملون ان شاء الله مش
I need the
زين.
jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Just a moment, Detective.
طيب.
McCaffrey was formerly under surveillance by the Red Squad.
Okay.
Convictions for petty theft.
طيب.
Dishonorable discharge from the Army during training at Syracuse. Assault on a local woman.
Oh.
Says he almost beat the woman to death.
Oh.
Thanks for your help.
أو لقينا دليل قاطع. أحسن هذا دليل قاطع. نروح من interview 1.
You spoken to McCaffrey? I can go, it's all been cleared up?
Not quite. We have one more question we need to ask, James. Then I think we will be done.
Sure.
حلو.
Go ahead.
Evidence prior to murder.
So Evelyn passed out, and you walked out. What happened next?
I woke up in the morning. Very hungover. I thought Evelyn would have come back.
دقيقة. أتوقع أن هذه الحين راح استخدم من مكافري criminal record. أتوقع أنها accusation. شكلها هي. Yep.
I know you're lying, James. You went out looking for her. Tell me what really happened.
I don't know what you're talking about. How can you say I wasn't in that hotel room?
لأن مكافري قال أنك جيت لمه. McCaffrey's accusation.
You wound up at McCaffrey's. You were still incredibly drunk. You passed out on his floor. It's time to tell me what really happened.
Okay, قل.
McCaffrey woke me up the next morning.
Okay.
He showed me the lug wrench and the letter and the box. man.
Okay.
He said I came in with him last night. He said that I killed Evelyn. And that it was all over the radio. And that he would protect me. And I don't know, detective, for the life of me, I can't remember a goddamn thing. And I was angry with her. Really angry. I could have done it. Was it me?
لا يعني لو فعلا هو اللي ارتكب الجريمة اصبر بروح اشوف مكافري.
Wait here.
ايش السالفة الحين؟ رستي ايش تقول؟
What now? Put the heat to one of them, Phelps. Your choice.
بس
I'm telling you, it'll never stick.
بس هذا الشيء الحلو بتدعمني فيه يا رستي. Military service.
You were in the war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw, it changes a man. I came back here determined to change things. All I wanted was a pen and an opportunity to speak out.
You told us before that you had only minor run-ins with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
I've never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
لا 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 تكذب.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You have a history of violence towards women.
How do you turn a couple parking tickets and a petty theft misdemeanor into an assault charge?
يعني كنت انت بالجيش كان عندنا criminal record لان هذه اشياء تسجل يا ذكي.
We know all about you and your dishonorable discharge. Beating some poor woman near to death in Syracuse. You've never been in combat, McCaffrey. Your whole life was a fraud.
She was a goddamn peasant whore!
Oh!
She tried to steal from my wallet. I could have fought for this country. I could have...
You beat her because she stole from you. Because she tried to outsmart you.
The ignorant audacity of the bitch. What is a man
طلع على حقيقته.
Sit there and take it? How is a man supposed to call himself a man?
And Evelyn Summers, a poor, drunken nobody, stole your book.
And she got what was coming to her.
Oh, خلاص. خلاص. أثبت نفسه. يعني هذا كان سكران بس هذا كان سكران بس انه ما انتبه يعني زين. مكافري يوم قلنا له عصب.
Grover McCaffrey, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers. She was a sad lady who never hurt anyone except herself. I hope God finds a way to forgive you.
Congratulations, boys, you bagged the fine catch. Another red to boot. Grand.
لأنه هو
I want you
يعني
to
يوم
put
قلنا
this
له عن
business
المرة
about
عاطه
the
عصب قاعد يصرخ.
This McCaffrey creature shows no remorse, and neither will the grand jury. You would have to walk a long mile to find a better candidate for an unmarked plot in the prison graveyard.
أنا صادق. أنا صدق قاعد أشوف شلون حصل على طول. خلصنا قضية. يب سكرتي ميردر 17 من 15 دليل. اي كسر مكافي كان رايت a tell all نوار from his cell on death row. يب يحكم عليها الاعدام. هذه كانت جريمة ذا ستوديو سكرتري ميردر. اتوقع اني بسوي فيديو عن كل جريمة في كل مكتب. يعني الحين سويت واحدة عن ترافيك والحين سويت واحدة عن هومسايد. باقي لي بس فيغاس وارسن. هذه اتوقع اني بسويهن. يلا كما اخوكم عبدالسلام يعطيكم الف عافية على المشاهدة ومع السلامة.